the NFC champs take their show to London.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Rams. And the Rams with a score, touchdown. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team that wins.
Oh, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll make it third down. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. They'll drop to throw. He's got his man here. It's Green. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get 3 up to midfield.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. He'll look to throw. On the screen, Bernard. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 28. They'll look to throw now on first down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. Call it a gain of 3. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. They'll look to throw. And Tate's got it. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Back to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. This is Mixon on the draw. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. So here are the Rams now under their 33-year-old head coach, Sean McVay. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdown passes.
And they got the win.
And they got the win, so I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost. Now he's just got to eliminate those interceptions.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Goff. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Geno Atkins got home that time. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. 3rd and long. It's Goff. The catch made by Miller.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
12, set.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Flush to his right. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Quick throw, complete out wide here to Green. A gain of 6 there on first. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. And able to find Green. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. They'll set up a throw. Going deep downfield for Roll. This is caught inside the 15. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And that's complete. It's Green here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up to throw. Open man is Uzomah. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And Thomas has it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now a first down throw. Gone. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Gone. And that'll be incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. And now it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Hey, Charlie.
Goff throwing again. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now Joe Mixon. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This quarterback now just 1 misfire so far after that last completion, 15 of 16. It's first down. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Mixon. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. A reminder, later tonight, Sunday Night Football will see a game in the NFL 100 Series, a rematch of the very first AFL-NFL championship game, later, of course, known as Super Bowl I. It pits the Packers against the Chiefs from Arrowhead, and that should be a fun one. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to go for it. It's gone. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kareem Martin. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. There's a short one caught by Uzama. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He connected on his first, this from 41. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They got the victory last week. That was against Jacksonville, and they lead this one as well right now. Out in front here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Let's go. 10 logo.
Right there, 56.
You must be good. Get it. Go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man is lost, complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run here with Mixon. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And some nice running, going to get him down close to a 1st down at the Rams 38. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They needed a yard. They got it. 1st down. A quick throw now complete to Ross. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. They're going to look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Throwing on 3rd. Gone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Back to throw here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And now running right through it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Give them 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Green brings it in. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Right there.
Finding Green complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Ready? 70, Indy.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He goes right back to Green. He's got it complete.
Watch the screen.
2nd and 6. And that's complete. It's Green here. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. caught by Allen. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Now Goff on first down. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. The end result, 21 yards. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Goff. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Goff. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. From 4 yards out, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Rush in. Rush in.
Got a man open. It's Ross. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. On the delay, it's Mixon. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
From his goal line here, Goff. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Back to throw. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
And between the last two plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
50 play.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Got it. Let's go, team. Let's go. Get up.
Again, it's Mixon. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. 3rd and 4, and this crowd urging on their defense. They're up and making noise. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys who's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay,